Good. Yeah.
Welcome to dear participants and our beloved Professor S.B. Roy sir to this session on doing ethnography in a digital world.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. Gadde. I must admire the way you have initiated a series of talk on the digital ethnography. I think it is the first time in our country that such an endeavor has been taken in a systematic way for a series of lecture on the digital ethnography. I must share few points at the beginning. As an anthropologist, ethnography, what is ethnography? We'll go to digital ethnography later. First, try to understand what is ethnography. And I must tell, I have no hesitation in saying that often many of us use ethnography study in their own way. But there has been some of the founders, anthropologists, who had certain basic principle about the ethnographic study. And I do appreciate that. They have mentioned three important points. The first point, understanding the people. And when they say the people, they mention the people, the way they live, and their culture. Categorically, they have used the term study of people and culture in their natural environment. So here, when you study people, certain features of the people, behavior of the people, society of the people, their worldview, their knowledge. What kind of knowledge? Cognitive knowledge. So people with their worldview, cognitive knowledge, and the culture, and the third, the natural environment in which the people stay, live, and work. So if the ethnographer has to study the community, if the ethnographer has to understand the culture of the community, can you please tell me what do you see when you want to study a culture? Can we see a culture? Can anybody see what culture? It is an abstract. And interestingly, Dr. Radcliffe Brown mentioned in one of his conferences that we can't see culture. We see the people in action. We see the people's material. We cannot see the knowledge, but we see how people work and apply their knowledge for what. And for what is very important. I may apply my knowledge for helping someone. I may apply my knowledge for creating an artifact. I may apply my knowledge for destroying some person. I may apply knowledge to harm somebody. So application of knowledge for what they are using is very important. That is important to know about the people, their knowledge, application of knowledge, and particular culture. Now, another aspect he said very interestingly, that we observe, ethnographer observe and collect data. Ethnographer observe and ask question to collect data. So there are two ways of collecting data on the social issues, social process, culture, material culture. There's two ways to get data. One from observation of the ethnographer. Another by asking question. Now please tell me, if an ethnographer has to observe and if the ethnographer has to ask question, interview, these two are the means of collecting data. How ethnographer will be collecting data through observation and asking question in the digital ethnography? So here come the challenging question of application of digital technology like smartphone, laptop, internet, maybe any other device, digital, to connect people. So before you connect the people, the ethnographer has to be clear in mind that he is going to study the knowledge, worldview, culture, and the structure function of the community. So question comes, if you are having clear framework in your mind, and then what issue you are going to study, then you're thinking for digital ethnography, who are the community you are going to study, how you will be reaching to the community, how you will be connecting to the community. You may reach through telephone, you may get some friends or government officials or NGO connect in that area. You may connect over phone. Connecting people over phone may be once or twice, but ethnographer has to study the culture of the community. It's a kind of a longitudinal study of a particular area, the community, the natural environment. So for that, the ethnographer has to connect the community for a longer period, long study. So they have to develop relationship with the community, and what I call developing a societal platform where the community will be assembling, talking, questioning, and they'll be waiting for ethnographer. Oh, when he's calling us, and you will watch maybe through video or maybe through WhatsApp the scenario. You'll be talking to them. You'll be watching the material culture. Now, to understand the material culture of any technology, you have to see the historical aspect, the same technology in the past. For that, you have to talk to them, and ethnographer has to be a framework of question for understanding the culture, material culture, or any artifact which was in past, which is today. And then you understand what technology is being used today will not be same tomorrow because of acculturation, because of the market impact, because of the innovation by the community themselves. So the artifact will change. The ethnographer, for understanding the material culture, it's not what you see today. What you see today could be studied by any photographer. But ethnographer understand the material culture, what you see today, how was it in the past, how it is evolved to be in this state today, and what are the forces being changing there. So my dear friend, I'm very happy that you are taking the sessions on digital ethnography. I wanted to share some of my points to begin with, that as a digital ethnographer, the ethnographer has to be very clear on the theory, purpose, and means to conduct this digital ethnography. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Gade. And I'm sure the people will enjoy and you will have a good time, and wish you all the best. Once again, I thank you and admire for your tenacity to continue this session for series of discussion, and many people will be getting benefit. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir,
Namaskar.
for your kind remarks. Thank you for your encouraging words. And we are very much blessed by your insights into ethnography and the job of ethnographer, and how in these changing times, particularly in the pandemic time, the importance of digital ethnography and to undertake the ethnographic research and to continue the anthropological efforts and to offer the anthropological insights to our nation in the process of nation building and catering the needs and policy needs and policy implementation, how anthropologists can play the strategic role in the big picture in catering the total needs of the total people of the country. So anthropology has to play a unique role and an important role in that process. Ethnographic research, particularly in this pandemic time, digital ethnographic research is the crux, the most important work that is needed. So it is a situation specific and situation demanding work. So to initiate this noble task, and Professor S.B.Roy sir, you have given us inspiration and your valuable time, and so this gives the spark to this great movement. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Dear friends, this is perfectly new. To be frank, to be truthful, taking this task of giving training in the digital ethnography is perfectly new to me. But this is the need of the hour. So our organization, Anthropological Association for Humankind, the governing council is so kind to give the space for experimentation and also take the strong support from the governing council and also from the advisory council with their support and guidance and freedom that they have given. So that with that important contribution only, this course is being designed by me. And Professor S.B.Roy sir has given wonderful insights and inputs by contacting us to the remote tribal village tribals in different pockets of the country, and have given us a space, digital space to interact with them. In the past sessions we have seen. So today, finally, I could compile the course on digital ethnography. So let me read the course description for you. Digital ethnography is becoming an increasingly used and a needed approach when studying digital culture and practices and the use of digital media and technologies in research. Digital ethnography is an online research method that adapts ethnographic methods to the study of communities and cultures created through internet-mediated social interaction. We now live in a digital society. New digital technologies have had a profound influence on everyday life, social relations, government, commerce, the economy, and the production and the dissemination of knowledge. People's movements in space, their purchase habits, and their online communication with others are now monitored in detail by digital technologies. We are increasingly becoming digital data subjects, whether we like it or not. We are increasingly becoming digital data subjects, whether we like it or not, and whether we choose this or not. The internet is an open context for social interactions where practices, meanings, and identities are intermingled. Social interactions on virtual environments present a challenge for social researchers and open up a new field for qualitative research. Challenges of mediation of online settings and shifts in distance or in time, here subsumed under the term digital ethnography, are all met in the course of trying to establish this engagement. This course provides the theoretical, methodological, and practical tools for conducting ethnography in a digital age, and for the approach of digital ethnography as a set of methods and as a research practice. It covers a broad range of methodological approaches aimed at answering the complexities of the object of research and the different ways in which the subject has been constructed. Digital ethnographers of the internet-mediated cultures are faced with the need to answer very pressing questions, such as how to use heterogeneous data, text, audio, visual data, etc., in their analysis, or how to continue research in front of the screen and in the virtual field. A perennial point of tension lies between the apparent ease of data collection and the difficulty of getting access and participating in the field. The present course on digital ethnography explains students each and every step of the ethnographic process, how to develop research questions, create research designs and models, decide which data collection methods to use, and how to analyze and interpret data. It aims to provide detailed, accessible, and up-to-date treatments of such technologies, and to assess in a critical way their methodological implications. The digital ethnography provides a means by which the impact, development, and use of digital technologies and their incorporation into social worlds, social institutions, and concepts of selfhood and the embodiment may be investigated, analyzed, and understood. Digital ethnographic accounts are not only for students and academics in anthropology, sociology, media and communication, digital cultures and digital humanities, internet studies, science and technology studies, cultural geography, and social computing, but for the readers interested in the social impact of digital technologies. So the course, the description, this brief course description, I have prescribed some readings for the students, and we have 50 students, 50 persons have registered for this course. So out of them, some of them are students pursuing their post-graduation, and some of them are scholars pursuing their PhDs in different universities, and some of them are faculties in different universities across the country, and one faculty from Sri Lanka also being registered for this course. So for our participants, in the registered participants and the people who are interested in digital ethnography, so for them, the suggested readings on digital ethnography are also compiled and given here in the course readings. Shara Pink and the Heather, there are a bunch of others have written digital ethnography and principles and practice. This is published by Sage Publications. So this book is a textbook, prescribed textbook for our digital ethnography. Shara Pink, Heather Horst, John Postiel, Larissa Jorth, and Tanya Levis, and the Joe Tachi. These are the authors as a team. They have written this landmark book, which serves as a benchmark for digital ethnography. They're from anthropology background. So this prescribed textbook we are going to finish. I encourage the students to thoroughly read and reread the book so that they can have a broader understanding and in-depth grasp of the concepts. And there are other important books, the Routledge Companion to Digital Ethnography. So they have a 44 chapters, and a very important the authors who have the years of experience of doing a digital ethnography in this field. So the experts from different interests, they have written excellent articles in that book. So that book is also prescribed textbook. Um, and so Christine Hein has written Virtual Ethnography, which was published in 2000. So that is also a textbook. So she also published another book in 2015, Ethnography for the Internet, Embedded, Embodied, and Everyday. Uh, so another book, Netnography, Doing Ethnographic Research Online, by Robert V. Kozinets. He's the person who coined the word netnography. So his textbook, which was published in 2010, is also a prescribed textbook for our course. So uh, there is another book by Heather a host and Daniel Miller. Um, so they have written an excellent book on digital anthropology. The title of the book is Digital Anthropology, published in 2012. So another book, another article published by Daniel Miller in 2018, Digital Anthropology. So in the Cambridge Encyclopedia of Anthropology. So that article also our students are expected to read. So like this, there are important books prescribed. Um, 32 books are prescribed. So the list is emerging um, on digital ethnography. And again, there are around um, um, 20 books are prescribed for the ethnographic methodology, ethnography, how to conduct ethnography. So there are very seminal works. Around 20 books are prescribed for ethnography to have in-depth understanding. And we are also going to take some sessions, detailed sessions on the topic by topic to have a thorough addressing the topics of ethnography and the concepts and theoretical frameworks, and also to have a meaningful ethnographic to have a meaningful ethnographic research, we need a thorough understanding of anthropological theories. So on the theories, we have prescribed 9 textbooks for anthropological theories by different authors. So this is a tedious work, but to become the expert in the subject and to become the expert in the field, you are it is compulsory for you to develop the reading skills and learning skills, and once we master these anthropological theories, and also theories of social psychology and some psychology theories and sociological theories, and we are going to cover some 12 theories of sociology and or anthropological theories and theories of social psychology, and also some psychology theories to have a rich theoretical grasp of the things, human existence and human life, and the theories of culture and society, so that when we mm, begin our the ethnographic research, then understanding the social life and cultural life um, of people, whether it is online or offline, will be easier for us, because these theories are there back in our mind, helping us to interpret, understand what is going on. It will be easier for us to see the categorical and conceptual and theoretical understanding of human existence and human cultures. So if some other books that comes along, recently published in 2020-21, one book is on the way, so that book also will be prescribed. So why I am giving this list of books and on digital ethnography, covering vast areas, already accomplished scholars published works. This will serve us as an examples and to take up the same lines, using the same theoretical frameworks for the Indian social cultural context. That is one easy way of undertaking to see the things. And the other thing is to have a broader and in-depth grasp of the methods for particularly for digital ethnography. We need a mixed methods, in the sense different interdisciplinary inputs also we need. We spend sufficient time with our participants and key informants on the digital spaces and the internet mediated spaces. At the same time, we need to have a broader understanding of human experiences and practices and habits and their activities and all those things. So to have a full grasp of the culture and their human experience. So right. So with this brief introduction to this digital ethnography course, today I will get into my talk and presentation. Let me share my screen. Oh, this says, excuse me, this says my meeting will end in 8 minutes. I don't know why. We purchased this package for 300 people for unlimited time. So why this says, I don't know. It is asking me to contact the IT the contact person. My God, this is very inconvenient. Oh, oh. Let me share my screen. Hmm. John, కొంచెం phone ఇక్కడ పట్టా. If somebody can help me read these slides, in the meantime I can mute my mic and I will talk to this the IT consultant who gave us this service, Zoom service. Who will volunteer?
I can help you, Dr. Gade.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So ethnography is establishing report, selecting informants, transcribing texts, taking genealogies, mapping fields, keeping a diary, and so on. But it is not these things, techniques, and received procedures that define the enterprise. What defines it is the kind of intellect, effort. It is an elaborate venture in, to borrow a notion from Gilbert Ryle, thick description grids, 1973. Okay, the next slide then.
I will make you host. So
no, I'm
so that you can I can make you co-host. So that you can operate. It is not possible, I think, to okay. Okay.
Okay, this is the first one. Thick description. In the social sciences and related fields, a thick description is a description of human social action that describes not just physical behavior, but their context as interpreted by the actors as well, so that it can be better understood by an outsider. A thick description typically adds a record of subjective explanations and meanings provided by the people engaged in the behaviors, making the collected data of greater value for studies by other social scientists. So this is the explanation for thick description. The term was first introduced by the 20th century philosopher Gilbert Ryle. However, the predominant sense in which it is used today was developed by anthropologist Clifford Geertz in his book, The Interpretation of Cultures, 1973, to characterize his own method of doing ethnography. Dr. Gade, I think you have to change the slide. The Routledge Companion to Digital Ethnography. With the increase of digital and net, okay, I have to minimize this window so that I can read. Yeah. Network media in everyday life. Researchers have increasingly turned their gaze to the symbolic and cultural elements of technologies, from studying online game communities, locative and social media, to YouTube and mobile data media, ethnographic approaches to digital and networked media